Okay, good morning. Welcome to
FunMath number 96.
FunMath number 96. Today we are following section 3.1 of Art of Problem Solving's algebra book, where we're talking about word problems. So all this work we've been doing on making algebraic equations, we're putting into now solving some problems. So find a different marker than that, because that orange isn't going to show up well on the camera. Here's the problem. If I have a bunch of dimes and nickels, if I have $4.40 and 5 times as many dimes as nickels, how many of each coin do I have? Okay, do you have any ideas?
Yeah.
All right.
So we can call the dimes D.
Dimes are D.
And nickels are N.
And ELS.
Well.
Okay. The dimes are D and the nickels are N. Okay, great.
Well, it says we have 5 times as many dimes as nickels.
Okay. So how does that relate D to N? We have 5 times as many dimes as nickels.
So 5N is D.
Okay, very good. So 5N equals D. So in other words, if I have 5 dimes, I have 1 nickel. Or if I have 10 dimes, I have 2 nickels. Okay?
We could just put 5N for the dimes.
Yeah, you could do that too if you wanted.
Well, and you have $4.40.
$4.40. Okay, how does that come into play? What equation tells us that we have $4.40? Or, making it a little easier, 440 cents.
Yeah. Well, it's 6N is $4.40. No wait. The number of nickels is N.
Yeah. So if
and
you have
nickels
N,
are worth 5 cents.
right, nickels are worth 5 cents.
So it's
how much money do you have?
You have 5N plus 50N.
Tell me in terms of D first.
Oh,
5N plus
10D.
10D. And how much money is that?
That's 440 cents.
440 cents. Okay, so this is the critical equation here. So first, don't try to get rid of the N's and D's. Just write down what information you have. The first bit of information you have is 5N is D. That's 5 times as many dimes as nickels. Okay, this is the number of nickels times 5 is the number of dimes.
Yeah.
And now the equation for the amount of money you have. Well, how much money do you have? Well, I have 5N. Why? What does that mean?
It means that's the number of cents for the nickels.
Right, because each nickel is worth 5 cents, and 10 dimes
10D
is 440. Okay?
Yeah.
All right?
Well, 5N is D, so we can substitute the D. It's 10 times 5N, which is 50N. So
Let's look for an easier substitution here. 5N
is
5N.
D. So
Don't get rid of the D. Get rid of the 5N. So this becomes D plus 10D equals 440.
So that's 11D is 440.
11D equals 440. So the number of dimes is what?
It's 440 divided by 11.
What's that?
Which is 40.
40. I have 40 dimes.
That means you have 8 nickels.
Okay. 5N equals 40. N equals 8. Okay. So, let's review real quick. I have a bunch of dimes and nickels. If I have $4.40 and 5 times as many dimes as nickels, how many of each coin do I have? Well, our first thing we notice is that 5 times the number of nickels is the number of dimes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it says when I have 5 times as many dimes as nickels. Okay. And then we use the equation involving the $4.40, which we just converted into cents. 440
yeah,
cents.
that makes it a lot easier.
5 nickels plus 10 dimes is 440. This is the amount of money. Each nickel is worth 5 cents. Each dime is worth 10 cents. We can substitute for the 10 dimes if we want, or we can get rid of the 5n, which we happen to have here. In this case, getting rid of the 5n is a little easier. That becomes d. 11d is 440, d is 40. 5n is 40, n equals 8. So I have 40 dimes and 8 nickels. And notice I have 5 times as many dimes as nickels. Okay?
Yep.
Good job. One of your homework problems from this section 3.1 looks a lot like this. So if you have problems, you can watch the video today.